How's it going, everyone? And as always, welcome back to Continues to Tick. So here we are, a few days from the start of winter, which is the 21st of December, in case just like me, you also didn't know. Fall came and passed, and we also find ourselves just a few days away from Christmas holiday, this upcoming weekend. And although it appears we've been counting down for months now, if you've been following this channel for a while, week after week, we do have a tendency to watch time pass us by. After all, weeks on end, but after all, a big chunk of what I talk about on this channel, and a big reference of what my channel name is, just that when it comes to time, or a clock on the wall, it continues to tick. With this said though, I'm excited for the new year, although a bit scary, as with it comes a lot of unknown, a lot of new decisions to be made, and many of which can continue to shape our futures as we continue to navigate them. And there's nothing wrong with being scared of the future, as many decisions we do tend to make can likely have the opportunity to change our life course. That's a lot of pressure, right? But what I will say, what I'm most excited about, is to continue to make progress on my goals in this upcoming year, and to take advantage of any and all new opportunities that may come my way, and hopefully you all too. All this to say, although Christmas has yet to pass and the new year yet to arrive, I think I'm ready for 2022. Are you? Now, as you noted by the title of this week's video, I got a rather interesting topic this time around. Unlike most standard dividend stories, and this week, I'm going to share my personal story of living currently with golden handcuffs I had no idea of until recently. And in sharing, I hope to maybe open up other people to the idea you may be living in the same situation as well, and maybe differing from me, as in my version, I chose to stay anyway, at least for the time being, that is, and I'll explain why. So what are golden handcuffs? In my personal definition at least, golden handcuffs is another way to express feeling like a prisoner to your current employer, but not in the standard terms. The difference here is that you choose to not only accept the golden handcuffs, you're aware of them. And because of that, it makes it both hard to leave and stay, as the option to do either remains in your control. And the odd part about it is you're actually not a prisoner, after all. In the terms of golden handcuffs, it's too difficult to leave. Thus, the idea remains that you're in such a good opportunity at your current employment that it's hard to find a better one, as there usually may not be something better. Thus the keyword golden, as these handcuffs are made to be quite comfy and worn for a while. You see, when we're wearing the golden handcuffs, you feel stuck knowing that if you look for another opportunity, it likely won't be any better, whether in terms of the retirement package, pay rate, other incentives, maybe even the schedule. You are at the best spot imaginable already for you. And that's what's hard about this situation. You have found the best deal as an employee. You may seek for something different. You may seek for something better, or maybe even just better for you. But soon after searching, you'll realize this doesn't exist without losing a lot. And you begin to actually feel stuck. But the question remains, are you stuck? Well, this is the tough part. Let's say you find a better opportunity, not due to pay, not due to retirement or incentives, but simply a position that is just better for you and your quality of life. Maybe work-life balance is better with this new role, but with that opportunity comes a greater deal of financial risk, and maybe a path to a more unconventional route into a sure retirement. And because of that, you actually once again choose to stay. You realize the risks outweigh the benefits, and ultimately you recognize you can't leave your current job without losing too much in return. To reflect on my current situation of golden handcuffs, the interesting part was that I wasn't aware that I was wearing them. And this is usually how it works at the beginning. It wasn't until I wanted to leave that I found myself golden handcuffed to my current job. I knew my job felt safe and secure, had great benefits provided to me as a state worker, but in trying to leave for a different opportunity, that's when I realized my current job would likely not be matched or improved in the private sector. In my personal case, I found out it'd be foolish of me to leave, and that was an interesting emotion to process. This is when I found out for the first time I'm in a situation of wearing these golden handcuffs You see, as a state worker, considering I started at the age of 24, if I stay till the age of 50, I will not only have a great retirement, this retirement will include a defined benefit pension, a monthly check for the rest of my life, and in addition health insurance, which would make sense also, if indeed I wanted an early retirement. Good luck to me, finding a better deal than this in the private sector, and let alone as a registered nurse. Now, tie this in with the fact that I work in a prison, where yes, you can imagine, most people do not want to work there. So part of the incentive, yes, they do pay well. So here I am, getting paid more, working towards a pension, and a guaranteed early retirement at 50, comfortably. And the key word is comfortably. With a lifetime pension and premium health insurance coverage. And I'll share with you, I put a lot of thought recently into leaving, but I realized that retiring early would be expensive, and of course more challenging to accomplish, entirely on my own in the private sector. So this leads me to further realize that recently, when I was offered a new opportunity to work from home for a large health insurance company, it would have allowed me what I was looking for, to work as a registered nurse 100% remotely, but the golden handcuffs ultimately got the better of me. However, as yes, I turned it down. This new job would end up paying me well, but noticeably less. It also included no pension, and put me in a position to work twice as hard, with more risk, in order to guarantee my own early retirement by the age of 50. In short, I stayed, and you guessed it, I continue to wear my golden handcuffs, and I guess contently, for the time being. Actually, the most ironic part of this all is that I actually work in a prison, where I'm surrounded by inmates, who actually are locked up for years. And here I am doing something similar, a prisoner to the workforce, I guess you may say, a prisoner to my pension. And with this little pause, how about a gentle reminder to like and subscribe to the video and for the journey, as I reassure you, it won't be stopping anytime soon. And as for the mind cleanser, how about a picture of a squirrel? Squirrel! And now here, we find ourselves in the Jesse's cash flow portfolio. We did hit $45,000, but with the way these markets move, it can disappear day by day. But nevertheless, here we are at $44,406.92. And this is on the all-time charts, of course, with an all-time return of the portfolio of 36.77%, which equates to a total gain of $6,704.21. And as we zoom in here, you can see for market gain alone, this is $5,844.46, and of earned dividends. It keeps climbing. We're now at $859.75 of all-time earned dividends for the portfolio. And if we go to last week, it was a relatively flat week, minus $166.15, which is a negative 0.37% return for the portfolio. And if we take just a little peek down below here, it appears to be a mix, but it looks like the biggest loss came from tech, a minus 4.43%. And that's the thing with tech. It's great and hot when it's going great, but it does have the tendency to take the biggest hits. And moving forward still, as we move into the dividend activity section here. Starting off our week on December 13th, we got paid by 3M, $3.93. And as we got paid by quite a bit of dividends last week, here we had a funnel of $35.40. Pretty good snowball here. And here we are also on December 15th getting paid by O, $4.81. And McDonald's, $2.31. Also on December 15th getting paid by NextEra Energy, $1.79. And also on this date, our deposit of $500, just like we always do. It's been our systematic game plan all this year and since the beginning of the portfolio, and I haven't faltered on this. It's being done automatically. All I got to do is show up to work and get paid, and then pay this portfolio. And as you can see here, we had a $4.14 snowball, so the $4 plus the $35 down below, $39 snowball for this past week. And that's what it's all about. The majority of that, if not all of that, was from the companies paying me dividends, and it's all dripping back into the portfolio. And here we are on December 16th, getting paid $4.65 from Duke Energy, and on the following day, getting paid by Waste Management, $1.18. And just before we wrap up this week's video, how about just a little time to go over our last week's poll? I only had one this week. I got a little busy. I had to make a lot of decisions this past week. I was realizing I'm in a situation of golden handcuffs, and I'm realizing that if I do stay at my current job, I may need to go back to school to open up a door for a really nice promotion, to do pretty much that same job that I'm trying to find, but for the state. So I'll keep you guys updated on that front, but in some interesting news, I may be going back to school online for my master's degree. But with that little ramble out the way, this last week, I had to ask you guys, are you content with how your 2021 has played out? Yes, no, not sure. It looks like the majority of you said yes. Second said no, and a couple people said not sure. It's okay to not be sure. The year technically isn't over, and even when it is over, it takes a little time to process. Here I was in 2021 feeling like the whole time, or a good majority of the year, I was still in 2020. So don't feel a certain way about it. As for me, I think I am pretty content with how my 2021 played out. When it comes to the dividend portfolio, I hit my goal, which was $40,000. I think in my personal life, a lot of good things happened. I did start couples therapy with my partner not too long ago. I think we've been doing it for 3 to 4 months now. And I've actually learned a lot about myself and about her and about us together and what we want our relationship to continue to look like. So financial growth, personal growth. Did I do anything fun? I think I went on a couple trips. I traveled a little bit, got to experience some fun things. I did go to Mexico. So overall, I can't complain. And although the next year has a lot of unknown, we'll try to plan ahead for it and set some goals. That always helps. So that's going to be it for this week's video, guys. I hope you guys have a great Christmas holiday. It's this, Friday, Saturday? For us, we tend to celebrate Christmas Eve, but I actually work that day. But Christmas morning shall be nice, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully all you guys got your gifts already. For me, I have a tendency to wait to the last second, and you got to be careful when you do that, as Amazon's 2-day shipping sometimes can be delayed. Or you may be crazy and have to go in person and shop on the last week before Christmas. And I'll send you a lot of good lucks if that's you. But I will say, we made it through 7 days to get here on last week's video. And because of that, we have a high chance of making it through another 7 to get to next week. And I'll see you then. As always, take care.